everyone, and welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Penny, and this is Penny's Coding Bits. This channel is dedicated to bring you weekly bite-sized videos with practical solutions to your everyday data analytical challenges. And this video is going to walk you through how to create a dashboard in R that tells you exactly what you need to do in order to realize your New Year's resolutions. So let's have a look together. So if I hit the Run App button in RStudio and I type in, I want to be more fit in the new year, and I hit send, the dashboard tells me exactly what I need to do on a weekly basis in order to realize this New Year's resolution. So let's have a look in the back end on how this dashboard works. So first of all, I have defined a list of intents that the user could possibly have. So in any chatbot, it's important to organize the user's input into categories so that you can produce meaningful output for the user to use once the output is being displayed on the dashboard. So in this case, I have defined this list of intents that I think the user could possibly input into the dashboard. And I'm using the calculate similarity function to come up with the list of responses that the dashboard should have for the user for each category. So the first one has to do with fitness, and the second one has to do with education and learning, and so on. So that is the rest of our code until we hit the user interface design. And the user interface design is simply giving the title to the dashboard, and we have a side panel with a text input, which is here, and it has a label called enter your New Year's resolution, and it has a send button, and we also have this display of text output for the title of the resolution, which is the first line of response for each intent, which is here. So for fitness, we can see that the first line is fitness resolution, set realistic goals, and create a routine. So that's right here. So in the back end, this is called the resolution title. And if there's additional lines to the response, that falls into the detail section, which is right here on the main panel. And we also have an additional information section that always displays no matter what category the user's intent falls into. So let's have a look at the logic on how the dashboard is using all of these user interface and the response to display properly the response in the dashboard. So first of all, we need to have an observe event function that listens to when the send button is pushed. And once the button is pushed, the user's input is being read, and it's being used with the calculate similarity function so that we could produce some sort of response. And that's being stored in a variable called resolution steps, which corresponds to these steps right here. And for the first line of the resolution steps, which is the title, we need to put that into some sort of output. So we have given it a variable name called resolution steps title before, but we need to have it into an output. So this is rendering it to an output to be displayed right here. And the rest of the code is just saying if there is any additional lines to the output, then those lines should be displayed in a display space right here. So if the length of the resolution steps is greater than 1, then apply the second line to that output to the end of however long the output is, and display that in a text output. Otherwise, display the default message, which is defined down below as no specific steps available. Try to be more specific or choose another resolution. And in order to display these steps properly in this order, in this format, we need to make sure that they are being looped one by one. So that's what this for loop right here is doing. Otherwise, they would be on top of each other. They would not be readable. And finally, we need to define the additional information line, which is always being displayed, and this is being called into the user interface code right here, so that it always tags along in the end. And last but not least, we need to reset our text input where the user has inputted their intent to be a blank text input, so that the user may enter another intent if they want to. And we also have an error handling code right here in case the intent is not readable or something goes wrong in the dashboard. So that's all for this dashboard, and I hope that this will be helpful for realizing your New Year's resolutions, and I'll see you in the next video.